Revelation 1921. From the 17th of May 1941. Thought. Parallel. Before the creation of the world God was, for he is from eternity and he will be for all eternity. This mystery will remain a mystery to people, because beings whose existence takes place in the midst of matter cannot grasp what is outside of matter, thus completely independent of it. Yet the material creation is only a small realm of beings which need things that have taken shape in order to be able to join the spiritual kingdom again. But the spiritual kingdom has no space and time limitations. It is always and everywhere. Because God is in it, and God is always and everywhere. The only explanation that could be given to you humans is to put thought as a parallel to it. The thought that is nothing visible and nothing tangible and yet constitutes the greatest thing in human existence. What would man be without thought? A machine-like being which, despite external activity, would have to be called dead. Thought is the first living thing in man, and yet it is something for which man can also give himself no explanation. The human being has, as it were, only become a free being through his thought activity, for neither compulsion nor external influence can determine the human being's thought. Thought is his sole possession which can never be taken away from him, for thought is something spiritual, something which has nothing to do with matter as such, which therefore also remains when the being has become free from all matter. Hence the human being can be in the midst of matter and yet switch off everything around him and dwell in the spiritual as soon as he gives free rein to his thoughts. Even if the thought turns to earthly things, it still remains something spiritual, for the thought itself is nothing material, it is spiritual strength which is only used wrongly. As soon as the human being, unimpressed by his earthly material surroundings, lets his thoughts wander, no matter where they go, the spiritual kingdom takes hold of the spiritual essence in the human being, and thus it will now be understandable that everything material, everything visible, can disappear and yet the essence remains. That the thinking essence does not need a material environment. That it only matters which goal the being's thinking is directed towards. Amen.